Welcome to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset. My name's Lisa and I'm here to help you unlock the secrets to a happier, more confident and more fulfilling life. In the first 99 episodes, we explored not just practical tools that can elevate your mindset and your life, but also delved into the spiritual aspects like the power of crystals, universal laws and energy healing. Whether you're new or returning, let's continue this inspiring journey of growth and self-discovery together. Welcome back to Love in Life. I hope you've all had a great week. I do apologise for no episode last week. It was Craig's birthday on Friday and it was Alfie's birthday on Tuesday. We had Mother's Day on Sunday. So as you can imagine, I've had a really busy couple of weeks, like getting ready for lots of birthdays. Alfie's 16th birthday. I can't believe I've got a 16-year-old son. It's absolutely crazy. Like, I'm not saying I'm really young or anything, but I don't feel old enough to have a 16-year-old son. It's crazy. I can't believe it was 16 years ago that he came into our lives. So yeah, it's been a lovely couple of weeks and I'm just feeling super grateful for having such an amazing family around me. Before we go any further, I just want to say hi to anybody who's listening from Sydney. I know a lot of you listened to last week's episode, not last week because I wasn't here last week, the week before, my last episode. I know a lot of you listened to my last episode and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're here again this week. And whoever you are, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, this week, I want to talk about why is it so hard to stay positive all the time. Now, the theme of my last few episodes has been very much around the energetic feels of this time of the year, like what energy the spring has brought us, what energy the moon and, you know, all the different astrological, got the word right this time, or have I don't know. But all the different, you know, energetic things that happen. Obviously, I gave you my experience of, you know, the energy, that frantic, chaotic energy that was happening during that time. And whilst, yes, there was still lots of positive things going on, there was lots of crazy shit happening as well. So the thing I want to talk about to begin with is toxic positivity versus authentic positivity. Now, the problem with toxic positivity is it's that idea that you must always be happy, you must always be positive, no matter what. What it does is it dismisses your true emotions, like whatever's happening in that. So let's go back to those last couple of weeks when the energy felt very chaotic. If I just kept telling myself, you know, just think positive, then that wouldn't be like how I was really feeling. You know, I did feel like it was frantic and chaotic. And I allowed myself to feel that. Yes, I know that there's an end in sight because there's always an end in sight, the way I see it anyway. So yeah, like toxic positivity is when you tell yourself or tell somebody else to just think positive. Let's say you've got a friend who is deeply struggling, who is going through a tough time. I can think of one friend in particular of mine who is going through a rough time at the moment. And the last thing I want to say to her is just think positive. It's okay. Because at the moment, it's absolutely not okay for her. This person is really struggling with certain things that are out of her control that are going on in her life at the moment. So it would be like really really rude of me to say, just be positive, because that's not always possible. Another example of toxic positivity is ignoring your emotions and forcing yourself to smile. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling hurt by somebody's actions, If you are feeling let down by a situation or a person, just forcing yourself to smile through it is suppressing it. It's not allowing yourself to feel those emotions. Like, it's okay to feel negative emotions. It's important that we feel negative emotions. Like, if we didn't feel negative emotions, then we would never truly be able to feel the positive emotions as well. Because, going back to my earlier episodes of the universal laws, looking at the law of polarity, like, if you are not feeling negative emotions or having negative experiences, then you aren't going to have positive experiences. You're not going to know the difference. Like, we have to know bad to know good. Does that make sense? Another example of toxic positivity is feeling ashamed for having those negative thoughts, emotions, situations. Like, if you're having a bad day or a bad week or a bad year, don't feel bad for not being able to be positive. It's okay, because the truth is, if you suppress those emotions, those negative thoughts and emotions, it doesn't make them go away. The more you try and carry on, the more you get on with it, the more you swallow it down, the more it suppresses it. And we know what happens when you suppress emotions. They become trapped. They either become trapped in your mind, and what can't be cleared in the mind becomes stored in the body. So suppressing emotions is never the answer, okay? So never feel like you have to just think positive. So that's toxic positivity. On the other hand, we have authentic positivity. And authentic positivity is when it's not about pretending that we're positive, like switching off. You can't just switch off those negative thoughts and make yourself positive. It's all about allowing those emotions, those sometimes negative emotions, but also choosing to focus on the ones that serve you. So if you are feeling a range of emotions, honor each of them, but focus, like put your energy into the ones that serve you. So let's say you've had a really busy couple of weeks or a month at work and you're starting to feel overwhelmed. You are starting to feel like people are pissing you off. You are starting to feel like everything's getting on top of you. Going back to toxic positivity, like suppressing those feelings isn't going to make that go away. So if we allow that feeling of overwhelm, if we allow the feeling that you need to be away from people for a little while and allow yourself to spend some time, taking some time out, whether that looks like having extra sleep, whether that looks like monging on the sofa for a day and watching crap on the telly, watching Netflix, whether that looks like having a bath and just crying in the bath, and allowing those emotions that you feel to feel valid. Because the thing is, it's not going to be like that forever, especially if you allow yourself to feel like that. It might feel counterintuitive, but by allowing yourself to feel overwhelmed, by allowing yourself to feel sad and emotional, you're allowing that to leave you. Does that make sense? So acknowledging that you are feeling overwhelmed, acknowledging that you're feeling like really sensitive at the moment because you're overwhelmed or hormonal or whatever it is that's making you feel that way. Acknowledging that you feel that way, but knowing, believing, and really truly knowing that you will get through it. You've got through it before, you'll get through it again. Authentic positivity is feeling those emotions rather than pushing them away. It's choosing to focus on what is possible rather than what is missing. It's choosing to allow it but then at the right time, when the time feels right, to reframe it. So going back to my original question of why does it feel so hard to stay positive all the time? That's because it's good not to feel positive all the time. If you're feeling positive 100% of the time, then I guarantee you there is something you're suppressing. If, however, you find that something keeps coming back, something keeps reoccurring in your life, or a feeling or emotion keeps coming back that you can't quite shift. We've talked about in the past about chakras being blocked, imbalanced because of different things that might be happening in your life, or different energies that you've had coming into your being. So it might well be that your solar plexus is blocked. So the solar plexus is all about positivity. It's all about or a healthy chakra is all about positivity, being able to look through those negatives and not being sat in them all the time, to be able to believe that you'll get through it. If you feel like that's the thing you constantly struggle with is self-confidence, self-esteem, then you might need to look at some ways to just clear up the energy in your solar plexus. However, there are always things, and everybody gets this. There are always things, there are always beliefs, there are always thoughts, negative beliefs that keep resurfacing. Now, why is this? You do the mindset work, you do the journaling, you regularly make sure that you unblock all of the chakras, but that one negative belief keeps coming back. And that's because there will be an old belief, an old past experience, an old subconscious fear that is still there, and it's been formed by something that's happened to you in the past. The root cause is the original time that feeling or that emotion happened to you. And the thing is, this can go on for years. We can keep having resurfacing feelings and emotions of I'm not good enough, of I'm never going to be able to do that, of I don't belong here, of that person is better than me. Even though we have reframed it, even if we've identified the root cause, I'm sure we're all those listening here today are into self-development work, because that is what we talk about all the time. So I'm sure that you've recognised a reoccurring thought, belief, worry, fear that you're constantly working on. Like mine, that I'm constantly working on, is fear of judgment. And that shouldn't be a surprise to you. If you listen to my podcast regularly, then you will know that I have got a fear of judgment. And this, for me, this shows up in so many different ways. Like sometimes it shows up as me being a people pleaser because I don't want people to think I've let them down. It shows up for me as not posting about things on social media for a fear of what people will think of me. It shows up as me not always being able to tell people the amazing things that are happening because I'm worried that people are going to think I'm braggy. Like it all comes down to a fear of judgment. So I'm sure you've been able to identify a limiting belief or a negative belief, thought, reoccurring theme that happens in your life. And that is because of an old belief. It's because of subconscious fears deep down, because of the root cause that has caused that. And the reason why it keeps coming back, even after you've identified it, the reason why it keeps coming back is because it's stored. That feeling is stored in your subconscious. It's stored in your body a lot of the time as well. And the thing is, not to put you off of healing, because that's really not my aim here. I want everybody to heal. I want to help everybody heal, which is one of my downfalls. I want to help everybody. But anyway, Our subconscious is like a memory bank. It's like a library, even though we can't consciously remember all of the experiences that made us feel that way. They are stored in our subconscious. And when you heal one memory, one past experience, it does help you move to the next step. It doesn't, however, mean it's gone straight away, because there are so many different memories, so many different experiences in your past where they have made you feel the emotion that comes with that negative belief, that fear, that worry. I don't know if I'm making sense. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, bit by bit, the more inner healing work you do, the easier it gets. And of course, I'm here to help with that. You can work with me on a one-to-one basis with that. That's not accessible to everybody. So what is another way that we can start to feel more positive? What is a way that we can start to clear those things, those fears, those worries? Well, as you know, every belief, every emotion, every feeling that we feel is linked to one of our energy centers, one of our chakras. And the energy center that is linked with positivity, that is linked with confidence, is the solar plexus. Now, obviously, I have done an episode on the solar plexus in the past, so you can go back and listen to that, on different ways that you at home can help to unblock the energy there. There are different foods you can eat. There are colours that you can wear. There are journaling prompts that you can use. You can also find that in my chakra guide. So if you want to download that and find out more about unblocking the solar plexus, then please head over to the show notes and click the link to download that. But every time you experience something that makes you feel less positive, every time you experience something that makes you feel less confident, or that you question your self-worth, your self-esteem, that creates blockages in the solar plexus. Now, I'm holding a group session that focuses on the solar plexus. This session is called Positivity Boost. And what we're going to be doing in this session is diving deep into what area of your life it is that you keep coming back to, that makes you feel negative, that you still have that niggly doubt in the back of your mind where you question your confidence. We're going to be focusing on those areas. We're going to go into a meditation. And as a group, I will be sharing some Reiki with you, some life force energy, which is going to help unblock the solar plexus. So if this sounds like the kind of thing that you would enjoy, it's all virtual, it's all online, and I'd love for you to join me. Before I go today, I just want to summarise what we can do to shift into lasting positivity, or into more prolonged positivity, or to improve your positivity. So the first thing is to recognise and allow. So this is going back to that difference between toxic positivity and authentic positivity. Allow yourself to feel those emotions without judgment. Allow yourself to feel that negativity and recognise why it's serving you. What is it showing you? And then I want you to reframe, not replace. So we are not going to be forcing happiness, forcing positivity, but we are going to be asking, what is a more empowering way we can look at this? What is a more helpful way we can look at this? And then that's when energetic clearing comes into it. We want to identify when emotions feel stuck. Not just when emotions happen, because emotions happen all the time, but when they feel stuck, and recognise that it's time to release them. And this is exactly what we do in my monthly group sessions. Like, we focus on that, what is stuck, and we let it go and welcome in new energy. We do this through journaling, we do this through meditation, we do this through Reiki. So if you are ready to boost your energy, to boost your positivity, I'd love for you to join me. I'd love to help you step into that confidence that you've been looking for, that joy, that emotional freedom that's been holding you back. Let me know if you're going to join me. It's on the 13th of April at 2 p.m. UK time. If you can't join me, every single theme that I do I also record a version of it that goes onto my membership. Let me know if you're planning on joining me, and I hope to see you there. Thank you for listening today or watching. I hope this has helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.